Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming to my channel, D versus Debt. This is D and I am late. So normally I like to film the night before and then release my video super early in the morning. However, school is killing me. So I completely ran out of steam yesterday. So I worked on one assignment for one of my classes starting at 10 in the morning. And by 8 o'clock at night, I just basically gave up and turned in something that was just kind of like meh, because you could totally see I ran out of steam. Like looking over my paper, I started off strong and then by the end I was just kind of limping along and it's like, well, there it is. So that's just one of about 10 things that I have to turn in this week just for that one class. It's so much work. My professors this semester are just out of their mind. And super frustrating because I'm working on a graduate certificate in educational technology and I just was kind of shaking my head to myself because I had to, among other things, read 3 chapters in a book yesterday for that one assignment. The book was published in 2008, so as you can imagine, a lot has changed with technology from 2008 to 2022. It's like, for example, one of the pictures of up-and-coming technology to use in your classroom was of a Nokia phone with like the little screen that's numerical things. It's not even like a screen that we're used to now. So I'm just beside myself. So yeah. So I'm a little late. I apologize, but I am here to do my Money Monday. This time though, I did just get paid. So I wanted to do a budget breakdown so that you could see how different it is with my second paycheck of the month compared to my first paycheck of the month. So big difference in terms of how much goes into sinking fund savings into my cash envelopes, which I will stuff at the end of this video after I go over this. So for example, some little tricks that I do. My paycheck is $1,100. It is not $1,100 exactly. It is a little bit higher, but I like to round down. And then with my bills, I like to round up. And that way it creates this pocket of like safety money in my bank account. And at the end of the pay period, after everything's been paid, all the cash has been put away to wherever it's supposed to go, like in my envelopes, to my bills. Then that little pocket of extra money left over, I like to either throw into investing, into my CashApp account, just transfer the money over, or into debt to pay off my mortgage, so extra money towards the principal there, or just something might have come up. So I actually did get a raise at work. Some of us got 3%, some of us got 5%. I was in the 3% group, and so because of that, my paycheck did actually go up by about $12 per pay period. But I'm gonna pretend that those $12 or so don't exist. And again, just leave it in that pocket in the bank of safety money, and then at the end of the month, just throw it at whatever it needs to be thrown at, which is usually, again, debt or investing. So I had that come in. I also had, back on the 18th, Etsy check come in, so $27.22. This was from my printable sales. So thank you so much to everybody that bought printables from my Etsy shop over the course of the last week. This is what that totaled out to. I'm thinking of doing a breakdown of how much I get, because a lot of people are interested in selling printables. So if you'd like to hear more about, this is how much my listing fee is, this is how much I get after I actually sell a printable, blah, blah, blah. On the 10th, I had an Etsy payday because these come in weekly, and that one was for $12.76. Now I'm stoked because these add up already to enough to pay one of my bills listed here. And that's one of my goals, is every month sell enough on Etsy to be able to cover at least one of my bills. The next thing that happened is I had $30 come in from my notebook sales on Amazon. So for those of you that bought my Busy Bee and my Brain Dump and those little checklist notebooks that came out in November, this is the money right there. So I get exactly $1 for every notebook that I sell on Amazon. So that was 30 people. So thank you to those 30 people. Amazon is funny because it pays 2 months behind. So even though I got paid in January, this is money from November. And the same thing happened here. I got paid, and the reason this is in parentheses is because they pay in the form of a gift card that goes into my Amazon account. So this cash never gets into the bank. It stays in Amazon. So anytime you open up my description box, and at the very bottom there's a list of Amazon affiliate links, like to the pens that I use, the planners, things like that. if anybody makes a purchase, then that adds up. So November was a good month for that because of the fact that it was Black Friday. People were in a shopping mood. They were also shopping for Christmas. So this is the most I've ever gotten. In fact, this is my very first time I've gotten paid for my Amazon affiliate link. And it's not going to be this big again, probably until next November, but we'll see. And I do need to update those links because I do use a lot more stuff now that's not listed on there. Like, for example, this planner. This is from Celisa, Beautifully Me and You, and she does sell her planners on Amazon. So I need to update that as well if you're interested in using this planner. So this is what it added up to. Remember, not including this because this is just in the form of a gift card that sits in Amazon. So these together added up to $11.70. And then I subtract how much I paid for my bills. So for example, my mortgage was $285. I did pay it. My sewer and garbage, I paid on the 21st. That's $76. Check, check, check. So as I'm paying these bills, I check them off. Water, I estimated at about $35. If it ends up being more, remember I do have that pocket of a few extra bucks sitting in the bank, my safety bucks. And so that'll get thrown towards this. So when that bill comes in and I pay it, then I check it off. And then my phone bill was incredibly exciting because I only have to pay $5 this month. So my phone bill is due at the very last day of the month. So somebody signed up for Visible using my referral code in my description box. So that means their first month is $5 with Visible. And my month then this month is only $5. Typically it's $25. But because of that referral code use, then I only have to pay $5. So thank you for using my referral code. The cool thing about Visible too, I've been really happy with them so far with the service and things like that, but also I really love the fact that you're not locked into a contract. So even if you only want to sign up for 1 month because money's tight and you only have $5 for a cell phone plan, then you can sign up for a month and then quit and you still get that $5 bonus if you use my referral code. And then I had $200 that I had to throw at Chase. I had that much sitting there. I noticed I did something different this time. Before, for my savings challenges, I would budget how much I would allow myself to charge every week on my credit card, which is a budget of $100 a week. And this time I decided I'm just going to pull the cash out ahead of time because what was left over from that budgeted spending then would get thrown into my savings challenges. This time I did it opposite and I said, okay, I'm just going to take the money out and put it right at savings challenges and use my card on my own. And sure enough, my credit card spending went up. So I'm going to try again, see how it goes, and then I might just end up going back to my old way of doing things, of using rollover money. So all these added up to this much. So I subtracted my income from how much went to the bills, and that left me with $410. Now the next category that you're supposed to break down is your cash envelopes. However, I didn't in this case because this week is very unusual. I'm going to stuff very, very little into my cash envelopes because I have a giveaway coming up. And so the money that would have gone into my envelopes, instead I'm saving for the giveaway. So I kind of just deflected it over to here. So the next category is my sinking funds. Every time a check comes in, I automatically, as soon as it hits the bank account, transfer $100 over to my big sinking fund that I have sitting in the bank. So it's a digital transfer. I don't even pull the money out because it's a lot of money. I don't like having a lot of money in the house. The sinking funds that I have here in my cash envelopes are my little baby ones. The big one sits in the bank so that nobody can bust in and steal it because I live in not the best neighborhood in the world. So what this is, yearly expenses, is that $100 every single paycheck goes into there. And then as, for example, my yearly premium for my car insurance comes due, or my flood insurance, or my property taxes, I pull it out of this fund to cover it. So that just makes life so much easier. And I don't have to scramble when one of those big bills comes in and have to readjust my entire budget. I just take away a chunk every time from every single paycheck and have that money sitting there waiting to be used. So with that $100, then that dropped down what I have left to work with to $310. And the way I decided to split it up is to take $160 and I'm going to use that and split it between my savings challenges and my cash envelopes. That's what CE stands for because I ran out of room. So normally I stuff $100 a week into my cash envelopes, but this time's going to be much less because I'm using money instead for the giveaway. And so I did have a little bit of money left over from savings challenges, which is why I decided to clump them together in this paycheck. So $160 went to that. The check mark means I already pulled the money out of the ATM. And then I threw $100 into my Cash App account, and that's going to be used for investing. So that's been done. That transaction went through. That's why the little check mark is there. So this added up to $260. So that drops me down then to $50 is what I have left in my bank account. So that came as a result of my income minus what went to my sinking fund, minus what went to savings and investing, minus what went to my bills. That leaves me a pocket of $50 to sit in the bank until I do my giveaway, and then transfer the money to Cash App and transfer the money to the winner. So this is my breakdown for this pay period. You're going to see then for the next pay period, it is going to look different again because I don't have any bills due my next period. What I'm going to do though is try to get ahead by paying my mortgage again with my next paycheck. And that splits things up then to where I have mortgage coming out of one paycheck and then the rest of my bills coming out of the other paycheck. So hopefully that gave you some ideas and let you see how I manage my money. Again, it's not very much to work with. So as you can see, the little extras that come in from Etsy, from Amazon, all that stuff really helps. So thank you so much for those of you that are supporting, whether it's by buying from Etsy, buying my stuff from Amazon, buying from my affiliate links, using my referral codes, or watching my videos so that I can get monetized. All of that stuff is really helping me out so that this number for my paycheck can go up. So now it's time to stuff my cash envelopes. Normally I like to do $20 per envelope depending on how much I have to work with that week, but because this is such a tight week, the number is actually going to drop way, way, way down. So these are my baby sinking funds that I was talking about, where I'm saving up little by little. When the amounts get big, then I'm going to transfer it into its own little bank account so that, again, someone can't bust into my house and steal my money. I've talked in other videos about how I've actually watched people get arrested in my front yard and the cops are always over at my neighbors' places because not a good neighborhood when you can't afford to live somewhere, you know, fancy. All right, so 5 goes into vets, so that's 20, 40, 65. That goes towards their vet visits for my dog or my cat, and trying to build that up because every time they go, it's ridiculously expensive. And this is separate from when I go to the vet just to pick up medications for them, food, because both of them are on prescription diets, things like that. Car is gonna get 5, and that is me saving up for oil changes, car repairs, and tires. Sometime within the next 12 months I'll probably have to get tires. So 20, 40, 65 is going to go to that. So even though it is very disappointing that I can't put a lot of money into it this time, just keep in mind every little bit adds up. So it's better to put in a little bit, even if all you have is $5, than to put in nothing at all. You'll be surprised how quickly even just $5 at a time adds up. Giving envelope. This week I have a birthday in the family, so then I'm going to put 20 into this one, and that gives me 20, 25, 26, 27 to work with. This is for gifts as well as to donate to people in need or to charities, things like that. Oops is $5. So unbudgeted expenses that I didn't see coming, or that I completely forgot to budget for. So it's 20, 40, 65. Home isn't getting anything because I've been neglecting this, even though I need to be stuffing it. It's just something that right now is not the time because my money's so tight to be beautifying my house. So that can wait. Beto is gonna get 5. So he is my neighbor / handyman. And I like to have money aside for him, either when he comes over to help me on a project around the house to fix things up. But he also does stop by regularly and be like, can I borrow $10? So he gets his own envelope just because I like to keep an eye out on him. And the last one that I'll be stuffing is actually in a different binder. So for community, this is to support fellow Etsy shop owners, fellow YouTubers, stuff like that. So I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 ones in there that are going to go into there. There is actually some money in there, but let me show you what I do, because there's some sentimental money in there. So I've got 10 so far, and here's the other 5, so that puts it at 15, but technically I have 17 in there. So I had a couple of viewers send me $2 bills for my Christmas card exchange, and so I'm keeping them there for good luck. So I have one stashed away because, again, I'm a sentimental fool. One's in my community envelope, one's in my YouTube envelope, and one is in my Etsy envelope because Kathy from Kathy's Cash and Coin has sent me a $2 bill, which I consider lucky money and sentimental money because she sent it. And then Sara from Latina Budgets had sent me 2 $2 bills. And so that's how I decided to divvy them up between these envelopes. So again, I'm just sentimental, can't help it. And so I keep that stashed away, but those are not going to get spent. Those are just like, you know, oh, my heart money and good luck money and stuff like that. So that completes the stuffing of my cash envelopes and my sinking funds, my baby sinking funds. And now I have one D-buck to put away. I was so excited. So yesterday, while I was doing that homework marathon on that one assignment, at the end, towards the end of it, I was like, I need sugar, I need comfort food. I had a banana that was about to go bad. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go make some banana bread. So I had to buy a couple of ingredients, and I went to Safeway, paid, you know, I think it was like, it was $5 cash. So I got a $1 bill back and some change. And guess what it was? It was a D-buck. So I was stoked. That turned my day around. I was so crabby that day, and so, but when they handed me that D-buck, I was like, oh, so that dumb little things like that make me happy. So now I have a total of 5 D-bucks in there. So very exciting because these things are hard to find. And so I figured at the end of the year, I was going to have like one sad little D-buck. So I'm doing well on that. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Monday. I meant to do my information for my giveaway, and it's still in the works. So I'm trying to iron out some details because I'm dumb and I don't understand how collaborative giveaways work. So once I understand, then I'm going to roll out the giveaway, but that's coming very soon. Thank you all for your patience. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.